Agency, adjacency. Agency, adjacency. Escapades. Escape encounters. After a successful stealth infiltration mission. It's this deliciously elusive recipe or experience where the enemy is a potential yet to be known enemy from a realm not yet known to the player. The balance of pieces or elements, a mocking, poetically, I'll name it trebuchet, to the reality of what alternate timeline and often unspoken but widely known titles begin to hint at. Video games that existed but were only played by people who may or may not ever exist or have ever existed. Like the shadows form body to the sharp line red rhombus that line and meets straight back to my eyes. His form, his final consumption to manifestation in his design's own message, I'd whisper, "Red rum," but you'd remember to laugh and forget to take it seriously. The manifestation of my imagination's own interpretation of what elements I knew existed and really didn't ever want to see. The worst possible enemy in a video game, my own imagined video game hell. How close we have written players to experience such things in many different video games. The lore and the mythology of video games themselves. The platformer. The puzzle game. The interaction of both elements together separated and reimagined. Messages embedded in solutions or in gratuity. Statistics, probability, physics, mathematics, Mario and Zelda's, Metroids to and fro, all hell, and Bioshock, to save you and us all. Gaming is beyond a way of life. It's the language to the best possible found future, and I love them. Massive titles like League and Overwatch will push the boundaries on gaming speed, and online matchups of mixed mashes of lumped sums of data, while those of us still immersed in the surrounding desire for stories of fantasy and faraway place are still close to the edge of our throats screaming, "Please, please, blow my mind, just one last time." I don't care how long it takes, so long as it's here before I die. And I do die. Because I'm not allowed to ask that of someone. I do care how long it takes, so please dream that bad guy so far away for me to add another boss to my list for the ages. You'll beg, and plead and scream and beg. Please, don't ever show me any other video game timeline again! And I won't. Instead, I'll leave you with a hint of all the crazy things I'm going to try to get people to believe about what video game developers are and will, never officially, say to anyone out loud, because artists' work are best felt firsthand, not market sampled. So, hold on to your butts. Here's the list of every video game I'll probably ever play. Don't imagine a life of waste and pollution trailed to escape. That fantasy really doesn't exist. Cherish what we already have and can offer others. Cherish lots of things, but especially cherish the potential that the future always still holds to life new and old. Things will always be changing, but you are the sole proponent of anchors still to be submerged. I was the only one with the brakes. I wasn't the only one questioning the things in media we consumed. I was the one with the sights and the open air in my voice, the one who knew I could do it so well, I'd maybe even show them twice. So turn on your imaginations, listen well to your suspicions, and give them space to take body and be heard. One of my own finer qualities was junior assistant detective to the Central Intelligence Agency, yet I hadn't known an agency that wouldn't accept good candidates as volunteers. Oh, that's right, when my rights were violated, that's when this all started to become this close to disappeared. Because no one could accept. There's no way I hadn't wrote it. I hadn't projected it. I wasn't on solo tour with it. I wasn't handed a potato sack full of dirty, unexplainable paranormal stories uncleaned by the filters of Hollywood and gossip's great. To the lofty dream and float dead-like in the air, above my head, staring right back at me like it wanted to see me from the other side, stared through me, but with life. With life in my eyes, I conquered So, whispered sounds I could listen to, but had to ever scream silent. Forget. Pretend. readjust expectations, and to quote the Raven, evermore. I'm sorry, but never again. This lady's got temptress in her strut. I guess I'll take another challenge to conversation and remember not to think her a slut. But I would slap my own ass each side, even twice, before I let anyone near rolling her dice. Each project I did, and I knew this at the time, would in succession over time blast my own content into infinitely more powerful paradigms. I knew this at the time. I avoided the most important people in the room to say at the time, I've got mine, hey, how about you? As if to say, relax, take a load off, and whenever you do, don't look back twice. And don't, for the love of don't, ask why.